Hello, Ken. This is my Michigan versus Penn State post-game analysis. Before I break things down too much, remember to like, subscribe, comment, and hit that notification bell down below. Do appreciate it. We got the win. We got the win at a place where we have really struggled to find ways to get a victory. Jim Harbaugh and company finds a way, right? It wasn't the prettiest game in the world. I think we left a lot of plays on the field, but ultimately did enough to get the job done. And this is a game, going to Penn State. This is a game that has eluded us quite a bit in the past, especially since Jim Harbaugh's arrived. Has not had any success going to Penn State on the road and finding a way to win. So this was a good win. Yes, Penn State's down a little bit this year. They've been pretty up and down. So, it's not like they're the greatest team in the world. However, this is still a game that Michigan traditionally drops. This is still a game that they normally lose. They go on the road to Beaver Stadium and find a way to lose. And this time we found a way to win. So we'll take it. My predictions maybe could have been a little bit better. I did pick Penn State to win by 3. Michigan actually won by 4. So, I knew it was going to be a toss-up. I did not think that the point spread either way, no matter who won, was going to get more than 3 or 4 points. I really didn't. This game was such a toss-up. It's a lot like the Michigan State game. Again, a 4-point differential. So it's just it had the exact same feel to me as that game. So that's why I picked Penn State by 3. They were the home team, and they had their opportunities. Michigan left the door open a few times. So not the craziest prediction in the world, but I was wrong on that one. I did predict Michigan would have 4 sacks. They actually end up with 7. So I was wrong in a good way. They have 5 sacks in the first half alone. So a great day by the defense getting after Sean Clifford and making him uncomfortable all day. I'm sure he was sore on Sunday. Man, I bet he was sore right after the game. He had a hard time getting up after some of those hits. He got hit early and often. And honestly, Michigan's defense could have had more sacks if Penn State wasn't holding all the time. So thank goodness the officials actually called it this week, and were calling the obvious holding calls, which they have not called in previous weeks. So, if the offensive line isn't holding, then I say we get even more sacks. I say we get close to 10 sacks in this one. So a lot of holding going on. At least some of it got called. So that was nice to see for a change. Because quite frankly, I have not seen anybody get held more this year than Aiden Hutchinson. And I'm not talking about, if somebody locks into Aiden Hutchinson and they grab him, in the chest area, and you really lock in as a blocker, I am perfectly okay with that. Grab him all day, because it's the defender's job not to allow that to happen. However, when you're reaching out, and you're wrapping your arm around Aiden Hutchinson to keep him from getting past, that's an obvious holding call. You have to make that call. And quite frankly, it hasn't been getting made much this year. So I was happy to see that they were actually calling it when Penn State's tackles were doing that. I'm not asking for you to call everyone, but at least call the obvious ones, because there's been a lot of missed ones this year. It's been frustrating. So, a lot of sacks, 7 sacks, Hutchinson 3, Ajabo 2, Colson had half. Welshoff had, I probably said his name wrong, sorry, had a half, and Barrett had 1. So lots of pressure coming after Sean Clifford. My other prediction was that Cade McNamara would throw 3 passing touchdowns, and that's what he did. 3 passing touchdowns for Cade McNamara. Again, nothing to write home about, no gaudy numbers, nothing like that, but just a solid day. That's what you're going to get out of Cade McNamara. This is what Jim Harbaugh and company felt like would give them the best chance to win this year, and so far it's worked. McNamara was 19 of 29, 217 yards, 3 touchdowns, 82.3 quarterback rating. So compare that to Sean Clifford's number, and I'll take Cade McNamara all day. So again, nothing to write home about, but a solid day. No turnovers again, so he's doing his job. Hassan Haskins carrying the load by himself and doing a marvelous job. 31 carries, 156 yards, 5 yard per carry average. Didn't find the end zone in this one, but it happens sometimes. they know that Michigan wants to hand the ball off to Haskins when they get down there in the red zone. So defenses are selling out to shut that down. Our play calling needs to be better. They're giving you opportunities in the passing game, and we're just not taking them. So I can't put that on Haskins' shoulders. It's play calling's got to do more to take care of that. What an amazing play by Eric All. Did he look fast on that play or what? I mean, he caught that drag route and he was gone. He's definitely drawing some attention from the NFL. I guarantee it. He's got all the measurables. He's a great blocker. He's been rated as the highest blocker for Michigan in quite a few of their games so far this year. And that's saying something because their offensive line is pretty good too. So Eric All has definitely drawn some attention from the NFL with the way this season has gone. He's proven he's got good hands. He's proven he's got speed to really hurt the defense if they're not going to cover him well. So I think he's making a great case for being a high draft pick, probably second or third round draft pick, I would think, depending on a lot of that depends on his combine scores. But he's doing everything he needs to do this year on the field. So great play by him. Great find by Cade McNamara. Great job by Cade McNamara hitting him in stride so he can just take off with it and make that huge play, right? So, it was a good game. Nothing to write home about, but it was enough this time. Usually we're finding ways to lose those games. It was nice to be on the other side of it and find a way to get the victory. So we'll take it. Other things of note. Offensive play calling. I got to assume it was Josh Gaddis who called that play to get Eric All open on that drag route. That was a pick route. That was modern college football. When's the last time you could say that out of Michigan's passing game? Right? Like, where has that been all year? They did try to run one against Michigan State, and it didn't work. You could argue there was defensive pass interference on that play. But we've seen it on occasion, but we haven't seen it used enough, in my opinion. That's a huge part of college football, especially if a team is running a lot of man defense. Run crossing routes all day. It is very, very difficult for a defense to stop that. So I was glad to see that. Finally, a modern look out of this offense was a nice change of pace, and it worked. Got him the touchdown for the victory. So that was refreshing. But yeah, overall, a pretty solid day. I didn't see anything out of play calling that was really bad. I didn't see much that was also really good outside of that, that last play to get Eric All open on a pick route. So I guess take it for what it's worth. It's nice that they've kind of eliminated or have at least done a better job moving towards eliminating some of those head-scratching plays. Sometimes there were just throughout this season, especially early on, there would just be play calls that seemed like were completely random, picked out of a hat, and just like, yeah, let's run that, and really made no sense. So it's nice to see that's not happening as frequently. Defensive play calling still seems to be pretty solid overall. I think that Mike McDonald is still adjusting to some of the college game, especially now that Michigan is going up against some of these better teams. It's an adjustment. It is what it is. I think he's doing a fantastic job. You got to remember this is his first year. It's his first time as a defensive coordinator calling the plays. Yeah, I think there's some adjustments that he could be making at halftime that aren't being made right now. But he's going to learn all that. He's learning on the fly, and I think he's doing a great job. I think that Michigan's players love playing for him, and I think he's doing everything you could ask him to do right now. So, yep. That's it. That's all I got on this one. It was just a good game. It was fun to watch. It was nice to get the victory, to come out on top this time around. So next up is Maryland. Hopefully we'll take care of business there, and then we got Ohio State. So that'll wrap this one. Remember, all love all the time. Peace.